Well, hello, everybody out there in podcast land. Here we are in the County Kildare. It's Mick Dunne here, the one and only. You might say, thank God there is only one. But here today, folks, on the very, very first podcast, I did a trial one there about 2-3 weeks ago, and it seemed to be fairly popular among people. So, as they say, give us an old like and follow. So, we're here today, folks, with my very, very first guest of the podcast, the man who kind of talked me into doing this. And here we are sitting in a little room with the door open. We can hear the birds. So if you hear the birds, that's what the story is. We don't have a cage in the room. But joined today, folks, by Pat McGrath, all the way from Prosperous. Hello, Pat McGrath.
How you, Mick? How are things?
The crowd went crazy. Did you hear them? How are you?
I'm good, yeah.
Glad to hear it.
What a setup.
Isn't it nice?
Absolutely fantastic, yeah.
We've got the most basic gear here, folks, for this podcast. And it's a couple of very simple mics, a little small computer, and a couple of headsets.
And loads of stories.
Loads of stories, folks. We've just had lunch here in Prosperous in the city. We've had a lovely little lunch there with leek and potato soup and a bit of salad. A simple owl salad and an owl sandwich in the air fryer. Pat McGrath and myself go back, way back to the early 80s when I know that I was 15 and I was working in Dowlands in Prosperous behind the bar. You wouldn't be allowed now. But I heard Christy Moore singing one night and I said, that's it, that's the rest of my life sorted. Went off and bought a guitar in Allo Dunnigan's Nace. £35. And then Pat McGrath, I think, was the next man I knew to get a guitar.
2 years. I was 17.
You were 17.
You were 15, yeah.
Yeah.
And same crack, Dowlings was always the place. It was always the go-to place for music.
Yeah.
And if you had the music bugging you, like it was so easy to pick it up.
Yeah.
Do you know what it really was like?
I remember, I know I used to work, but I know on the nights off that you'd be going down and it could be on a Friday night and you'd be Tuesday, Wednesday, you would know in your head what you're going to sing on that night.
That's fact, yeah.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
It was like a gig and this was your Croke Park going down to do
and there was no YouTube, there was no internet back then. It's like what you learned is what you learned.
Yeah.
That you didn't pick it up in a book or something. You know, and we used to go down, certainly I used to go down to Dowlands and I'd look at some guy playing the guitar and I'd say, what's he have to do in there? And then I'd ask him, when it was, what did you do there? What was that? And he'd go, well, that was a C, or that was a B, or that was an E, whatever. And I'd memorise it. And I'd go home and I'd practice it.
Yeah.
And that's how I learned. Everybody taught me.
Same here. Do you remember you used to even tape? We had tape machines, and you tape things off the telly. And the way you got the lyrics then was you press play and you press pause.
Stop and start.
Write it down. And going to see the lads though, it was the best.
But like Mick, when you go back and think of it, like the people that we used to listen to, like they were brilliant. Do you know, they were like the Dublin City Ramblers.
Yeah.
Joe Dolan.
Yeah, and they were all just here, local. There was no.
But the music was fantastic.
They were just ordinary dudes that just happened to be gigging, and like.
But then, isn't it the same? Like if you have the bug, whether you're good or bad, like once you love music, it was the place to be. And Dowlands was so popular for musicians back then. Like.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Oh, it was. Like I say, I used to be cleaning up the big lounge there and getting ready for the nights. And there'd be people queuing around the corner to get in, no matter who was on.
Yeah.
Ricey, Scully, Twigs, there was the Hopkins brothers.
That's right.
Joe Dolan, Christy Moore, Red Hurley.
Do you know who used to the Sunday morning between, 12 and 2? The small lounge in Dowlands was hopping.
Yeah.
And there was one particular guy, Fiddler's Green. Remember? Danny McCarthy.
Danny.
Remember Danny? God, I used to love him.
I seen Danny only a couple of months ago in Nace Hospital. He was on the same ward as me dad, and we had chats, and he was showing me his videos on YouTube.
Danny, and who was the guy who used to play with him?
There was Danny and it'll come to me now. It was a banjo player. Noel,
that's him.
Noel on the banjo, yeah.
They were a really good pair, like.
They were our go-to
That's
sort
it.
of. Yeah.
And there was another guy with a beard.
Mick Lube.
Mick Lube. Oh my God, all the memories coming back now. Brilliant.
Mick Lube. Was it Napper Tandy or I don't remember? But Mick Lube, I remember talking to Mick, and he had when I think back, the gear he had was most simple gear. And I remember looking, how much is that mic? And how much is one of them speakers? And how much is that microphone?
Learning our trade, Mick.
And at the time, it seemed like out of reach to be able to buy that stuff.
I remember, like, even going back further back than that, where the love for the guitar, after we were talking about it earlier, one of the lads had come down from Dublin, and he was kind of holding hands with one of the local girls, and I got to mind his guitar.
We were not going to mention her name.
And we're not going to mention any names.
Okay.
But he played a song, Summertime.
Yeah.
And I kind of liked it. And I asked him, how do you do that? So while he was holding hands in one shelter, I was down the other shelter holding his guitar. And
you were holding this other girl.
mine is real girl.
You were striking his G chord. Or G string. Oh, God.
So yeah, all those things, like, I certainly always, and then when I met you, well, no, I always knew you were a fucking mate all my life, but when you start to play guitar and the wow factor kicked me, I went, oh my God, he's brilliant. So it was easy for me then, because one of my best mates played, so I used to drive you nuts, I know I did, but
No, you didn't.
it was how'd you do that, Mick, how'd you do that? But it's how we learn.
Yeah, but I was absolutely average.
Not at all.
But do you remember, I was only thinking of it the other day that when we were tuning the guitars, neither of us had a tuner.
That's right.
One would tune it by, there's herself waving in the window. How are you, Mrs. D?
What's the boss?
How are you getting on?
I'm okay.
Yeah, we're on. Come in.
Come in.
Just a quick hello.
Hi.
Oh, we're picking you up there nicely. There's Tara.
Yeah.
She's
Hi,
just
Tara.
in the door from
Hi.
work. How's your day, dear?
How's my day? God,
Yeah.
busy.
Tara has a Montessori school and she looks after her. For anybody who's listening in America, a kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
You have a good day, yeah.
Yeah. It's a lovely sunny day. We're
Isn't it?
outside.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Making hay while the sun shines.
Yeah, well, we had a big splash up lunch.
Oh,
now.
fabulous lunch, yeah.
And here we are. Tara's on her very first podcast now as well.
This is it.
And she was there around the time that we were
Exactly. That's the same time.
experimenting with music.
Mm.
And
We're back in the
Who was?
very early 80s at the minute.
Oh, right.
We're building up. Yeah.
I actually think I met Pat before I met you.
oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
Mick.
Yeah, he came over
Innocent.
to sing his song. If I hadn't met you, the other half,
That's right.
chauffeur-driven cars, he performed it
Honest
in the
to
corner of the
God.
sitting room. I remember it. I think I'd arrived that day. I think it was.
God, there was a lot of work went into
Yeah.
that. Brilliant. Great song.
It was a great song at
It's
the
a
time.
great
wasn't it?
song. Yeah.
Yeah, we wrote a song, myself and Pat, about emigration and being on the dole and having to go off to America and places
Yeah, it
like
was
that.
very
When you didn't want to, but sure you did, and it was great crack.
Yeah, God, in fairness, when was the last time we sang that? Probably 1989. I'm going to say 89 or 90.
Yeah.
I will have
Yeah.
to fix that.
So,
I went off to England in '89, and that year you won a talent contest
Yeah, but
singing that song, didn't you?
that's
you came
right.
First.
Yeah. That's
Out
right.
of 15 in the final. Yeah,
You were in New York, was it?
yeah,
You went to New York at the time. Yeah.
yeah.
That's right.
So some crack.
It was brilliant. I look at the crest of a wave there. I thought we were going to be brilliant. We were, but I thought this was the start of something, and then, well,
Yeah.
the rest is history.
Mick
Isn't
headed
it?
off, and that was that.
Yeah.
Well, just
That's
while,
right.
just while Tara's here, I'm going to tell you, folks, that I was in Christie's and Prosperous. There was God Almighty. There was Joe and Percy.
Oh,
Percy Jones used to play, and he used to always get me up to sing. And I was singing Sweet 16, and I playing the guitar, and Tara walked in the door,
That was
and,
it.
and that just happened to be her favourite song.
Wow.
Now, was the night a lucky man that night?
I don't know. Were you?
Wonderful life. 2 kids there.
yeah.
That's
So
how it all began. Yeah.
it just happened to be her favourite song, and she walked in and we caught her. So.
The rest is absolute history.
History.
This story,
And-
I love it.
yeah.
So I remember yourself and Pat used to do the barbecues up in Christy Casey's house. Do you remember?
That's
when
right.
it was a
Yeah.
restaurant, Twin Gables.
Yeah.
Remember Twin Gables? Yeah.
Yeah, well, my very first paid gig
Yeah.
was in Twin Gables. That you
Wow.
got for us. There was people having dinner and we were sitting at the end of the table. And they were saying, "Hey, these are great." We were like, "Are we?"
You were only 19, weren't you?
Oh,
you were
God,
19,
yeah.
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 Curry Hill's house.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Some-
You
something
thought you'd
like
made
that.
it then.
The barge trip.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Such innocent times. Such brilliant times.
Yeah.
They really were.
We did good things.
Did.
Then we all got married. That was it. Now we're bald. Fat.
You were doing all right.
I have a bit of a roundabout going on up there. For
I was
sure.
in the hospital yesterday and they told me I'm in great shape for the shape I'm in.
Great.
But yeah, anyway, back to the 80s. Where
Back
were we?
to the 80s, my God.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was-
Anyway, that was Tara. She just popped in to say hello and to make sure she was doing the dinner right. I left everything kind of half ready. She had to come in and finish it. But anyway, yeah, back we go to the 1980s when E minor was a big thing, you know. When you discovered the E minor, it was great.
were made.
And then you had the A minor as well, and that was great. You could do summertime then.
That's right. Which I did. You did.
That's one of your favourites, isn't it?
Go back even further than that.
Ah,
The
Jesus.
love of music, right? National school. What
Yeah.
do you remember in national school?
Mr. Fitzmaurice.
Was it Fitzmaurice?
Mr. Fitzmaurice.
Wow.
He
I
came,
just thought it was Mr. Morris.
he came down on the bus
That's right.
and he tried to teach us accordion. God bless him.
And the recorder.
Yeah. And there was only one of the girls that I ever remember. She could play the left hand and the right hand on the accordion. And yeah, but
Who was that?
I'm sure we're not supposed to be mentioning names, but her name was
right.
Cora.
Cora. Good girl, Cora. Yeah. She didn't know she could play.
Oh, she was good, yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, Mr. Fitzmaurice, God love him. It was the hardest job in the world trying to teach us music. But you know, when I think back, I am raging now that I didn't
We didn't know.
take more interest in it.
Yeah.
Because
I played the drums.
I remember.
I was the class drummer,
Yeah,
literally.
yeah. And
Yeah, bump, bump,
yeah,
bump, bump,
Mr.
bump.
Fitzmaurice.
Mr. Fitzmaurice. But he used to get the 2:30 bus down, didn't he?
Yeah.
And we finished school at 3:00. But it always looked like it was longer. We had longer time with him. Like, it was only half an hour.
It was a mess. Messing.
You know?
Messing. That's
And
all
then
it
there was this guy come over from, he was a friend of our family's, and he come over from Canada.
Was he a banjo player?
Yes.
I remember
You remember
that.
him?
Yeah.
Go and get him. So I kind of had to leave school. It was such a novelty. You're leaving school at fucking 11:30 or something.
I often
and
meant
met
to
this
ask
guy
you,
and brought him
who
down.
is he? Or was he?
Andy was his name. Now, Mick, we were in national school, so he was a friend of the family, if you know what I mean. And he
Yeah.
kind of was on a European tour, and this time he was in Ireland, and he just happened to be up at my parents' house. So
Yeah.
it was my parents' friend says, could you not get him to go into the school with us and he could play guitar in the school? And I suggested it, and here he came down. And you know, when I look back on it, great memories. But in his Canadian accent, he says, "Pat, you play the drums. You play with me." I hadn't a clue how are you supposed to play with a banjo when you've never heard a banjo before. So you were going bang, 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 and I was just, look, that's how we learned.
That was the first time I ever seen a man who had a banjo. The body of the banjo was worn away from his hand from constant playing. That was the first time I think that was probably the first time I ever seen a banjo.
That's right, yeah. That was, we were 10, 11
Yeah.
that time, like.
But,
So it was always there. My father, Sunday morning. I mean,
Sorry, we have creaky chairs here, folks. Don't worry about that. We'll try and edit it out later on.
we Sunday morning, the hangovers, and you mentioned Percy Jones earlier on.
Yeah.
Percy lived next door to us, and Percy played the saxophone.
Oh, Charlie.
So my father would wake up on a Sunday morning, we'd all be running around the house doing what we're doing. Then you'd hear him singing, we'd all landed up in the bed beside him. But Percy, we'd all sing. Percy used to hear us singing. He'd play the saxophone to what my father was singing. So music has always been there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just thank God that I was bitten by the bug because I love it.
Yeah.
Although I didn't have a great experience quite some time with my music career, but still love it. Still love it.
Yeah, you were gigging before me, long time before me. And I remember going to 2 your gigs and sure, Lord God, when you used to ask me up to sing a song, it was my Croke Park. I was a great lad. But yeah,
I wasn't on my own then, was I?
no,
No.
that's right.
And I was, yeah,
But,
that's a while ago.
yeah, we leave that there. Will
We
we?
leave that sit there, yeah.
We leave that there. Next. But,
Then, yeah, soul guitars, bought guitars, burnt guitars, rented guitars, did the whole shooting shebang.
Yeah.
You went off and after, God, what was it, 90 whatever, early 90s anyway. You headed off to the United States.
I went to America when I was 19, so yeah. Then I came back for a bit, and then I went to England in '89
Right,
for 2 weeks and stayed for 11 years.
that's right,
And
yeah.
brought back this lovely
Brought back Tara,
girl with me, and
two beautiful kids.
and I didn't start actually gigging as a job till I was 3.5 years in England.
Wow.
Yeah,
You did a lot of gigs in Nottingham though, didn't
mother of God, yeah. I was a very young fella. I was 20, 21 at the time. I was just gone 21, and Tara started taking me to all these Irish pubs to see all these kind of one-man bands singing.
Brilliant.
And the one that struck me most was a guy called Martin Taylor.
Lovely man.
Well, there wasn't an instrument that he couldn't play, and there wasn't an instrument that he didn't bring with him on the night. And he was a household name. He used to do 8 gigs a week, 1 every day and 2 on a Sunday. And
He was fantastic. Still is.
Sure, look at he. Well, so when I got it into my head, anyway, Martin used to get me up to sing, and when I finally got it into my head, actually, this interview is all about you, not me.
No, it's not. It's fine. It's brilliant.
But anyway, I'll tell you this little story to make a long story boring. he used to get me up to sing, and then when I bought the gear, I said, Martin, I have the gear. And the next day, the phone started to ring, and within a month, my diary was full for the year. And I used to finish people's sentences on the phone. Is that Mick? Yeah, I got your number from... And I'd say, Martin Taylor? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that little leg up is very, very important, and I still remind him of it. We're still in touch almost every day. And it's 25 years since I left.
And here you are giving me a leg up now.
Well, not a leg up. We're just catching up. We're catching up. I was thinking of a question to ask you the other day when I was thinking about you. And you went off into the building trade and you became a plasterer and you worked your way through, and you're now as a finishing
foreman.
Finishing foreman. Yeah. If it came to it, I'm like Gayborn now, if it came to it, what would you say? Would you keep doing what you're doing if you had an opportunity to give up your day job and go gigging next week? Would you do it?
Yes.
I hope it God take your time to think about it.
No thinking.
Take your time.
I definitely, the love for it is fantastic.
Yeah.
It really is. And like when you're sitting down playing the guitar, because I play a lot on my own and I close the door kind of thing on my own. I do a lot of playing on my own. And when you hit it right and you get it right, there's no better feeling in the world.
Yeah.
There's when everything connects, the voice connects, the guitar connects, the chord you want to play, the note you want to hit, when all them work out, no better feeling that you get.
Yeah.
It just wants you to bring on more. So I love it. And then when you make a mistake, just yourself, give out to yourself.
It's a bit of crack.
Shout to yourself.
That's true. Mistakes are...
Not a truer word said that music soothes the soul.
I still make mistakes, and I just go into the mic and go blah, 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 and people just look at you and laugh because they know you've made a mistake, and you all carry on regardless, not a bother.
I was blessed, very, very blessed, that a lot of people that I know and a lot of good friends that I've met over the years, through musicians like yourself, our good friend Darren, such a pack of brilliant musicians. Brilliant musicians. It was in my house one night, and this guy, which will remain nameless at the minute, there was a mandolin hanging on the corner, And this is the type of people that these guys are. Can anybody play that mandolin? No. I just have it there. I'm meant to play it. I'm meant to learn. Can I have a go? I said, sure. He went into the living room. He played messed about there for 20 minutes, and he came back in. I think I have it. And played a song.
No way.
They're the people. There's where a lot of my inspiration came from. And there's quite a lot of those, and still are. And, still you're blessed that you know them, and like yourself, fantastic songwriter, Mick. You've got some.
Sure.
No, it is what it is. It is what it is. You've got some beautiful songs.
Thanks very much, man. I do the best with what I have.
No, you're good. You're brilliant.
But we all need the old leg up,
Yeah, I should have taken a lot more advice earlier on. And then I thought, I'll do it. I will do it. I had confidence.
So the answer to the question is yes.
Yes.
You do it tomorrow.
I would do it tomorrow without thinking.
I remember during COVID, everybody was doing the live things on FaceTube, and you did a couple of hours, didn't you? And I remember you were sitting out in the sun, and it was a lovely day, and you had us entertained. And I also seen you in Coraleco.
My favourite place.
We have a favourite place, folks. It's called Coraleco in Forteventura, and I went to see Pat on Paddy's Day.
Yeah.
2 hours. He had the crowd eating out of his hand with the jokes and the crack and the songs.
It's easy. It's easy to do that.
So
it's easy to do a gig like that when
you fall back into it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Confidence is coming back now. Again, the more people I meet, and you're looking at the next generation of guys coming up behind me.
Yeah.
And they're fantastic.
Will you stop?
They're brilliant.
Sure, the YouTube now and everything. Sure,
Yeah.
I've a lad in the house, my lad, and
Connor.
He's left-handed, and he can actually pick up my right-handed guitar and play it upside down.
Yeah.
Better than I can, but they're just another.
No, he's good. He's good. When he plays, myself and Mick just look at each other and just nod our heads and go,
Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, words like that. But
He's a lovely fella as well.
Yeah. But so you would go back to it.
Yes, definitely.
Actually, I bet
if I was like, I'm 58 now, and I know age means nothing, and if the opportunity came, of course I would. I don't want anything out of this. Do you know that kind of way? The fact that I didn't really gig, it's just always on the back of your mind. I'd love to just do a gig.
Yeah.
And confidence was knocked out of me earlier on, and it probably never really you've just recovered from it.
Yeah.
But I know now that I could, and I probably will.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it's not a necessity now. I just love playing music. I couldn't figure out what my style was. What is your style? What do you play? And because you're always, as you know, and every musician knows, you're always learning. You're always picking up different twerky little bits to do on the guitar. So I was always learning. So I never had a style that I could call mine.
Yeah, I hear you.
Does that make sense?
I absolutely, because I suppose I started off folky, went over to England then, and I got into the what you call the Irish country, I suppose, doing the dances, your three country songs, your waltzes, your foxtrots, and then I came back to Ireland and I got to know different lads, and I thought, there is other music out there besides that. So, you do your bit of Van Morrison and your bit of U2 and your bit of Commitment.
I never did. You guys had that nailed. I didn't.
So I could have kind of
thing.
done any genre really, but
you
kind of gone back to the folky thing though,
Yeah, we went to a gig two or 3 weeks ago.
Oh, that's right. Didn't we? We went to see himself.
Went to see himself first row, front row.
Went to see Chris Timor, ladies and gentlemen, in Mullingar, and 80 years old, and he absolutely belting it out.
Brilliant. 2 hours of brilliance.
Unbelievable.
No break.
No break.
No.
and he sang about Lady Gaga.
That's right. Carter, what's his guy? Nathan Carter.
Oh yeah,
Give him a big shout out.
Give him a shout out, yeah. But anyway, here we are, Pat McGrath,
Yeah.
and in a little while we are going to have a song from Pat. So are you going to? Have you decided yet?
I don't know. I don't know. I've a couple that I certainly can make a mess of.
No, we won't say that now.
I'm only joking.
No.
Yeah, look, we'll set it up and we'll come back to you on that one, I suppose. But yeah.
Before we, I don't know how long we've been on now, but before we finish, yeah. So myself and Pat McGrath grew up across the field from each other, and I actually moved house 3 years ago, and I now live across the road from his home place, and I see his mammy nearly every day. Pat lives in Clane, which is about 2 miles away, and I live in Prosperous, County Kildare. But yeah, we just wanted to catch up, and we were talking about doing a podcast, and Pat was the first. Well, he talked me into it basically, and I was kind of glad he did.
Yeah, so am I.
So
I just can't wait to listen to the guys that I know you're going to have here.
Yeah,
And oh my God, it's
yeah.
best of luck, Mick. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
I know well it's going to be total success.
I was a guest on a podcast of Nicola Moore. Nicola came down and showed me how to use all the gadgets and stuff. Nicola's a celebrant, and she's from Robertstown. And I was telling herself, well, I cannot remember what I was going to say. Oh yeah, that was it. Matt Brown, a few years ago. Matt was a local legend and played in bands for years. And Matt said that he never had a recording, and some of his friends never had recordings. So we made a CD. I recorded the CD, and sure, since then, that's probably 7-8 years ago, and since then there's 3 of them gone. So that was one of the reasons.
The importance of it.
Yeah. Oh, the importance of documenting these things. And we'll probably do another one.
I think so, yeah.
Another one, because I started off with the idea of doing this podcast for music, but then I'm thinking kind of a little bit of heritage and history and local people.
That's what I want to hear, like.
And we'll do one on that. We'll write down the characters, because the stories you told me about one particular buddy of ours.
Oh, fantastic!
Working on the site, and yeah, we have great
stories.
We'll
have another date on that, is right?
Yeah,
because there's some really good stories, and all music related. Yeah. Most of them are music related.
Yeah,
as fun as they are.
I thought to myself, we were going to start here today, and we were going to run out of things to say, because it's our first time. But we have talked about music from the very beginning of this podcast. Sure, that's not bad.
No, it's brilliant.
Now, if the Lord came down and he said to you, you have to sing, I'm going to let you sing one more song, I'm going to chop your arms off, and I'm going to take out your voice box. You'll never be able to sing again. What would you sing?
That is a good question. That's an amazing question, because I've got such... Never to play again.
Yeah.
One crack at it.
One crack.
If it was on my own, I could pick 10 songs. But if I had some help, like for yourself, for example, I definitely would go Chauffeur Driven Cars. Definitely.
Our song.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's worth, like you said, having it down, because we never recorded it.
Yeah.
You know, and times have changed. The words may change. You know, it may not be what it was, although a lot of people would understand when we wrote it, what it meant.
Yeah, and in the area, the people knew the chorus.
Yeah,
do you know?
that's it.
People knew it, and
we used to when we were messing about years ago. We used to go as Mick and Mac.
I was Mick, and you were Pat McGrath.
That's
Pat
right.
McGrath. So Mick and Mac.
I remember I was hitching to Clane one day, and this woman gave me a lift, and we were just chatting. Oh, you're the young fella that plays guitar. I said, myself and my friend Mick does it.
You're still playing a bit of music.
What do you call yourselves? I says, Mick and Mac. Oh, I heard of you. And I looked at her. You couldn't have heard. I says, no, you didn't hear of us. Like, she says, no, I did. But what she was saying was Mickey Mac. Wasn't there a radio DJs or something years ago, Mickey Mac or something like that? So I said, no, it's Mick and Mac.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's a queer name, great stuff.
That's right.
I could sit here chatting all day.
I know. I know.
But we had the soup and the salad and I think Pat McGrath is getting ready to. He's got his plectrum in his hand there, and he's just about to kick off. So we're gonna have a little song, folks. We're gonna start our little jingle now, just while Pat gets set up to sing his song. We'll be back right after these messages. Boom, 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 boom. Hello, we're back again, guys. We were just fiddling around with knobs and dials and strings and stuff like that. But anyway, this song that Pat is going to sing I actually didn't know it existed until I heard you singing it.
Wow.
And then I realised it was written by a man called Dermot O'Brien.
Brian, that's right.
And it's Dublin Town in
1962. Yeah.
Okay.
Heard it years ago,
Yeah.
but I heard some guy singing it and I went, oh, God, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful words.
Lovely story about a daddy telling his kids how he met the mammy in Dublin Town in 1962. So we let you off there, Pat, will we?
For sure.
Okay. Give her a go.
Well, my kid said, Dad, just tell us one more time about when you were young and in your prime, and the way that you met man, and all the things you saw, and tell us all the things you used to do. Well, I close my eyes and roll the years away, and everything's as clear as yesterday. And how could I forget the summer when we met? It was Dublin Town in 1962. All our days were sunny, and all our skies were blue in Dublin Town in 1962. We climbed the hill of Hope and down again. We walked home from the pillar in the rain. Oh, we courted in the park where the lights glow in the dark. We danced at Cleary's and the Metropole till 2. When we crossed the Halfpenny Bridge at evening tide. Oh, it felt so good just to have you by my side. And we watched the mail boat sail, paper boys cried herald our mail in Dublin Town in 1962. All our days were sunny, all our skies were blue in Dublin Town in 1962. Now like many more we kissed it all goodbye. Oh, we sailed away to give our luck a try. In this land across the sea that's been good to you and me, where our children played as we once used to do. Well, my kid said, Dad, that's really quite a tale. We can see you have the spirit of the gale, and we know you've no regrets. We're very glad you met in Dublin town in 1962. All our days were sunny, all our skies were blue in Dublin town in 1962.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Pat McGrath
Thank
from
you.
prosperous County Kildare, now living in Clane, County Kildare. Pat McGrath, thank you very, very much
Not at all,
for
brilliant.
coming to do this, which was absolutely flawless. Nothing went wrong. Isn't that right?
That's right.
Yeah, deep
Yeah,
now.
I'm going to have a look at the guitar. There's a few little twingy strings on it, but that's fine.
Do you know
Happens.
what? It's all right. It's country.
It's
Yeah.
it.
Well,
I had a
you're-
great
you're-
time.
you're in the
Great
country.
chat. Absolutely the best to look at this, Mick. Really mean that.
Thank you very much, bud.
You're going to go places. I can't wait to hear the guys and girls that you have coming in here. It's going to be fantastic.
Oh, it'd be marvellous.
It is.
And no, thanks again. And just for our listeners, folks, if you can just follow us. I don't know how you do it, but I think
Share.
that there must be a button somewhere to follow or share, and share the love. Look after yourselves and each other. It's a beautiful world we live in, and we should be looking after each other. So stay safe. Pat McGrath, last word.
Mahan Buchel. Thanks, Mick. Had a great time.
See you guys. Take care. God bless.